In business, money does not make money. Capability makes money. And this is a reality that most business owners don't understand. Every time I hear about an entrepreneur in a challenging situation, their biggest need is, Rajiv, if I can borrow some money, if I can get some loan, if I can put in some money into my business, then I can grow my business. What you need to understand is this: if you don't have the required strategies, systems, skills and teams, and you borrow money and put it into a business where the strategies are not good enough, the systems are not good enough, the skills are not good enough, the team is not up to the mark, then that money will go down the drain. So don't just be someone who's chasing money and looking at raising money and taking loans and increasing your debts. Firstly, understand what is good debt and what is bad debt for your business. In this video, I want to break down for you what exactly is the meaning of good debt and when should you borrow money for your business, and what is bad debt and when should you avoid borrowing no matter how painful the situation is for you. The most simplest parameter to evaluate whether the debt you are taking is good or bad is that good debt comes at a very low marginal interest rate, whereas bad debt comes at a high or exorbitant interest rate. Now please understand this. Today, no business can service debt where they are borrowing it at an interest rate of 2% per month or 3% per month or 4% per month. So do not be irrational and just in your desperation, don't go out there raising money and borrowing money at such high interest rates. Like I always say, if you're paying too high an interest, then your business is no longer interesting because you're working just to repay the money that you've borrowed. You're not really working to take money back home for yourself. And the thing about good debt is this: because it comes at a very low interest rate, you have absolute conviction that at a worst case scenario, for whatever reason that you're borrowing that money, even if that plan doesn't work out, and at a worst case scenario, you will be able to repay this debt without flinching too much. The other way to categorize or differentiate between good debt and bad debt is this: bad debt is when you're borrowing money for the survival of your business, to sustain the expenses of your business, whereas good debt is when you're borrowing money to grow and scale your business. Now the thing that is good about good debt is that you've established a proof of concept. You have a proven formula that works for your business and you're using this borrowed money as fuel to increase the fire. But in bad debt, you're borrowing money just to sustain because you're struggling with the proof of concept. You have no idea what works, but you're just taking up that money in desperation to just sustain your business, which is why it is bad debt. So in short, good debt is money borrowed for growth and bad debt is money borrowed for sustenance. And one of the other characteristics of bad debt is this: bad debt is usually borrowed with a lot of hope and a lot of wishful thinking that if I get this money, everything will automatically fall in place. Usually there is no plan or preparation to repay bad debt. It is just running on some hope or wishful thinking. Whereas good debt is borrowed on a proven strategy and a system where you know that you have the capability to generate the returns by investing this money into your business, and it's something that has been proven already time and again. So there is absolute conviction that this is going to work out for you. It's not running on hope and wish, it's running on plans and preparation. And because you have a proven mechanism, a proven formula with proven strategies and systems for your good debt, it's great to borrow money and invest in growth of a proven business model with proven strategies and systems because you're leveraging someone else's money to grow your business. That's why that debt is considered to be good. This is where you're investing that borrowed money in expanding your teams, your infrastructure, your marketing reach, your systems, your technology in a business model that has already shown you a result, and you're doing this to bring further growth. So remember this: the timing of you borrowing determines whether that is good debt or bad debt. When things are not going great and you're borrowing money, please avoid it because things are already not going great. Borrow money when things are growing and things are moving upwards. And that's the way you can leverage somebody else's money to grow your business. Now I know as I'm breaking down the differences between good debt and bad debt for you, one voice in your head might be screaming and yelling and saying, but Rajiv, I need the money when I am in a crisis. I don't need the money when I'm growing. And that's where you need to understand a wealthy person's mindset. Wealthy people usually borrow money when they are growing. When they are in a downward spiral, they don't borrow money. They fix the capability. They focus on investing their time, energy, and effort in learning the skills, changing their strategies, developing their systems so that they can stabilize the business, and then they borrow money. Because there's no meaning in borrowing money for something that is already sinking. You're only going to add layers of debt and create a bigger problem for yourself. So if your challenge is survival, and you're struggling on a month-to-month basis for survival, then the first step is for you to focus on building your capability. And if the question on your mind right now is, where do I start? Then I have a simple invitation for you. In the description below, there's a link of my business success workshop, which is a 2.5-hour training where I break down for you what are the gaps that could be leaking money from your business and help you understand what are the specific steps you need to take to build a growth business rather than being stuck with a survival business. So click on the link below, register yourself right now for the business success workshop, because that can be an important step in your journey of building your capability to build a business which can grow without you. And if I have to summarize everything that I've shared with you so far about good debt and bad debt, in summary, if your question is, Rajiv, should a business take up debt? My answer is yes, if it is matching the criteria and the parameters I've laid out for you as good debt, and no, if it is falling into the parameters that I've described for you in this video as bad debt. Only take good debt. Remember, in business, money does not make money, capability makes money. Focus on the capability, build the right team system strategy, and then leverage other people's money to grow your business. If you are in a crisis, focus on capability building first. With that, I come to the end of this video. Tell me what opened up for you in the comment section below, and let's continue this conversation there.